It looks like Apple might be getting ready to shake up something it's been doing the same way for over a decade. Since the days of the iPhone 4, Apple's been almost predictable with its launch schedule. September rolls around, and like clockwork, we get a brand new iPhone lineup. It's become part of the tech calendar. Sure, there have been a few small exceptions, but for the most part, fall is Apple's favorite time of year to drop new devices. This year was no different. The iPhone 17 arrived on September 9th, just as expected. So naturally, everyone's already assuming that the iPhone 18 will follow the same pattern next year. But if the latest reports are to be believed, Apple might be planning a twist, one that could completely change the way it launches iPhones. According to a number of leaks and insider sources, Apple might not be dropping all iPhone 18 models at once. Instead, it could be spreading them out between two separate launch events, one in the fall and one in the spring. So while we'd still see some iPhones in September 2026, the regular iPhone 18 might actually skip the fall release and show up a few months later, possibly in early 2027. Here's how it could play out. In fall 2026, Apple could introduce the iPhone Air 2, the iPhone 18 Pro, and the iPhone 18 Pro Max, and maybe even that long-rumored foldable iPhone everyone's been waiting for. Notice what's missing from that lineup: the standard iPhone 18. Reports suggest that Apple could hold that one back for a spring 2027 release, possibly alongside a new budget-friendly model called the iPhone 18e. Now that raises an obvious question. Why would Apple change what's already working so well? After all, the fall launch has become iconic. But according to one report, this new strategy might be all about boosting overall iPhone sales. How exactly? Well, it's not crystal clear yet, but the logic could go something like this. The regular iPhone usually sells better than the Pro models because it hits that perfect balance: a lower price, simpler design, and all the features most people actually need. So if Apple delays that main version, it might push more buyers toward the higher-end models like the Air 2 or even the foldable iPhone. It's also possible Apple just wants to keep the excitement going year-round. iPhone sales tend to dip after the holiday season, so dropping a new model in the spring could keep attention on Apple and give them a sales boost right when things usually slow down. Another smart angle here could be timing. Samsung usually launches its Galaxy S series phones in January. If Apple releases the regular iPhone 18 around that same time, it could steal some of the spotlight from the Galaxy S27 in early 2027. That's a clever marketing move. Imagine Samsung drops a new Galaxy, and a few weeks later, Apple comes in with a brand new iPhone 18. That would definitely turn heads. Or maybe it's even simpler than that. Maybe Apple just feels it'll already have a ton of new devices launching in the fall. The Pro models, the Air 2, maybe the foldable, and wants to spread things out a little. It's not a bad idea, honestly. Still, for now, all of this is rumor. Until Apple confirms anything, it's just speculation. The company's known for its consistency when it comes to launch timing. But every once in a while, Apple does throw in a surprise. So the safest bet? Expect the iPhone 18 series to debut in the fall of 2026 as usual. But don't be shocked if the regular iPhone 18 shows up fashionably late in the spring. Either way, 2026 and 2027 are shaping up to be some pretty exciting years for Apple fans, especially with the foldable iPhone finally rumored to make its grand entrance. Now, speaking of what's coming next, there's some interesting news about the iPhone 18's camera technology. Back in 2024, Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo said he expected Samsung to start supplying Apple with 48-megapixel ultra-wide sensors by 2026, the same year the iPhone 18 Pro lineup is expected to drop. But in a new update, he's revised that prediction. Kuo now believes those Samsung sensors will actually debut a year later, in 2027, likely in the iPhone 19 models. That said, there's still a chance the iPhone 18e could be the first to feature Samsung's advanced ultra-wide sensor when it launches in early 2027. That would make it one of the most camera-focused budget iPhones yet. What's interesting here is that Sony has been Apple's exclusive camera sensor supplier for years. So if Samsung really steps in with this new sensor tech, it would mark a big shift and possibly bring better low-light performance, sharper images, and improved dynamic range thanks to stacked sensor technology. These sensors are built by layering multiple image sensor components vertically, which gives you better pixel density, less power drain, and an overall jump in quality. And Apple's already deepening its partnership with Samsung in other areas. Just recently, Apple confirmed that Samsung would be providing iPhone chips made in Texas. These are 3-layer stacked image sensors that offer faster processing and better power efficiency, perfect for the camera systems in the upcoming iPhones. Now, let's talk about the iPhone 18 Pro Max, the model everyone's got their eyes on. Apple's reportedly adding a brand new communication chip called the C2, which will support 5G, Wi-Fi 7, and Bluetooth 6. That means faster data transfer, smoother streaming, and better battery efficiency, even in crowded networks. Basically, your phone will stay connected no matter where you are. On top of that, Apple is expected to adopt carbon battery technology in the iPhone 18 Pro Max. This innovation will extend battery life, reduce charging times, and make the device more eco-friendly, perfectly aligned with Apple's goal of cutting its environmental footprint. So users get a faster, longer-lasting phone that's also better for the planet. Design-wise, the iPhone 18 Pro Max will likely keep the same sleek aesthetic we've come to expect, with a few subtle refinements to boost durability and comfort. Apple doesn't change the look drastically every year. Instead, they fine-tune the experience. It'll feel familiar, but better in all the right ways. The price is expected to stay around the same as the iPhone 17 Pro series, around $1,050 for the Pro and $1,249 for the Pro Max. That's still premium, but Apple's goal is to deliver cutting-edge tech at a level that feels worth the cost. And with all these upgrades, from under-display Face ID and variable aperture cameras to the A20 chip and carbon battery, the iPhone 18 Pro Max is shaping up to be one of Apple's most advanced and future-proof devices yet. But of course, the most talked-about device of all might be the iPhone Fold. After years of speculation, it finally seems within reach. Analysts are still split on what exactly the foldable iPhone will look like, but one thing they do agree on: it's going to feature titanium. Some experts say Apple will mix titanium with aluminum for a lightweight yet durable frame, while others think it'll be titanium with stainless steel for extra strength. Either way, titanium's definitely here to stay. It's already made its way into the iPhone Air this year, and users love its premium feel and improved thermal performance. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into Apple's next big moves, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more weekly tech updates. There's plenty more coming your way, especially with how fast the iPhone 18 leaks are heating up. Stay tuned.